Okay, so this is my presentation on Bloom's taxonomy. So start at the beginning. Maybe. Oops. Start at the very beginning. Here we go. Sorry. So this is a framework for engaging higher level thinking. Bloom's taxonomy. First, a little bit about him. That's what he looks like. He was a professor at the University of Chicago. He was a Charles Swift Distinguished Professor and University Examiner there as well. He was born in 1913 and died in 1999. He is lead author of Taxonomy of Three Educational Objectives, Handbook Number 1, The Cognitive Domain, which is what we now know as Bloom's taxonomy. It's a framework for cognition. How do we think? How do we get our students to think on a better, deeper frame? Hi. Level 1 is knowledge. Does your student have basic fact recall of information? Do they know, for instance, every good boy does fine? Can they name fundamental facts and basic concepts? At this level, we ask questions like, what is it? When did it happen? Who did it? How did it happen? The next level is comprehension. At this level, we're asking students to understand facts and be able to organize and classify them. Make sure you ask students questions like, explain what's happening. What is meant by that? Can you summarize it? Can you put it into your own words? So we're taking that fact level and we're just going one step further. Like, you can understand that George Washington was our first president, but do you understand, like, the significance of that? This is part 3. Apply. Can the students apply their previous knowledge to solve problems that you put in front of them? So questions to ask would be like, how would you solve this math problem given that you know how to add 2 plus 2? Can you find examples of a noun in this sentence? Can you find examples of a woodwind instrument? What would happen if you put that mouthpiece on wrong? Would you be able to make a sound? The next level is analysis. In this level, students can break down ideas into component parts and explain those parts' relationships to each other. So ask questions like, how would you classify that? What are the parts of? Can you find evidence for that idea? So how would you classify that instrument in front of you? Okay, you tell me it's a brass instrument. Why would you come to that conclusion? Level 5 is synthesis. Put together the parts of an idea to make a new whole. So ask them why they're thinking what they're thinking. What's their motivation for doing what they're doing? Can they adapt their old ideas into new ideas? Can they create something new? In level 6, we ask students to evaluate. This level of thinking requires students to render judgments on the values of methods and information. So now they have all the facts. Now they understand the facts. Now they can apply the facts. Now they can synthesize the facts. So now we're asking them evaluate them. So what choice would you have made given that information? What would you recommend? You're the expert now. How would you rate that performance? In 2001, they revised Bloom's taxonomy. The revision clarified a lot of the confusion raised by the first taxonomy and changed the levels noun nomenclature to verbs so that teachers and students would associate actions with the levels instead of just vague ideas. The new levels are remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. So the only thing that's really super different is that we're taking the create element out of the synthesize part and moving it down to the final step. Drawing something out of a whole cloth is a lot more complex thinking process than rehashing something new. So thank you very much. These are my sources, and thanks for watching my presentation.